So this particular book was really hyped in the book community, and I was like, let me get a copy of it to see what it's about because it had an intriguing and compelling synopsis. Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on Black Sunday by Tola Abraham, and I'm going to be telling you whether in my opinion this particular book was worth the hype or not. So let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Rachel here. You can hit that subscribe button so that you never miss a thing. You can also like this video so that it can be shared and referred to other viewers as well. Now, like I said, today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and doing a book review on the debut novel by Tola Abraham. It's called Black Sunday. Tola Abraham is a Nigerian writer from Lagos. I think she lives abroad. This is her debut novel. It's fiction. I'm going to read out the synopsis of what this book is about. Twin sisters BBK and Arike are enjoying a comfortable life in Lagos in 1996. Then their mother loses her job due to political strife and their father gambles away their home. And the siblings are thrust into the reluctant care of their traditional Yoruba grandmother. Inseparable while they had their parents to care for them, the twins' path diverge once the household shatters, one embracing modernity as the years pass, the other consumed by religion. Written with astonishing intimacy and wry attention to the fickleness of fate, Black Sunday delves into the chaotic heart of family life. In the process, it tells a tale of grace in the midst of daily oppression and of how two women carve their own distinct paths of resistance. Okay, so getting into it, I had my thoughts on this book. I had my thoughts. I don't know whether my face would even communicate like half of what I feel or what I felt after I finished reading this book. So as you can see from the synopsis, the book is basically about 4 children. It's not just twin sisters. There's BBK and there's Arike, and they're 2 younger brothers, right? And then something happens where their parents lose the father doesn't really do much, and the mother loses her job and they leave them, and then their lives, we now get to see how their lives are, after the parents leave them. Honestly, I didn't really get the plot of this book. I didn't even think it had a plot. I felt like it was a mini collection of short stories exploring life through the eyes of the 4 major characters, which were BBK, Arike, and their 2 younger brothers, Peter and Andrew. And so I sort of understood what the book was trying to convey, maybe like the impact of maybe their parents leaving and how they were, because they were pretty young when their parents left, because the book is set through, I think, maybe 1996 to 2015 or thereabouts, and it follows their journeys through life in the absence of their parents. So these are people who were once comfortable and were living in like a comfortable affluent part of Lagos, I think, and then their mother loses her job and they're thrust into a whirlwind of events that lead them to them living with their grandmother. They then have to navigate life on their own, and each person sort of chooses their path. The whole construction of the story was a little bit disjointed, and I can see where the author may have wanted to go with this, but I did not really think that the plot was executed perfectly well. The writing style was a little bit more okay. I like the fact that it was written in the first person narrative, first person point of view of each of the 4 characters. You got to see life through their eyes. However, I didn't feel like they were totally developed. I didn't understand the reason that they did certain things. Even the mother and father, I didn't think that their characters were fully developed for me to understand why something happens and you would abruptly just leave your children behind one day, wake up and just go abroad and leave them, and then come back and act like everything is okay, and even make excuses for understanding why you would abruptly leave your children behind and go abroad and say there's nothing here for me, and then you come back. Okay, fine, you leave, then you come back and it's almost like nothing happened. And it wasn't a case of the character was not likable to me. That wasn't the case, because I've had that case with Sefi Atta, but this one I just couldn't understand. I didn't feel like the characters were developed enough for me to understand why they made certain decisions. And I feel like when it comes to characterization, characters should be able to take on roles of themselves. They should literally come to life, so that even you're explaining and saying, no, but you see, this is exactly why he did what he did. No, because he's this kind of person. I feel like that's what characterization brings to a novel. So if that is lacking, there are too many questions, and the questions are not because, oh, there's a cliffhanger or there's a brilliant plot twist or there's something. The questions are now coming from, what type of character is this, and why did this person do that? So in terms of the writing style, I love the fact that it was written in first person narrative. I understood a little bit about, I liked the experiences that each character shared, and that was why I would probably describe this book like a small mini collection of short stories exploring the lives of 4 different people who now happen to be siblings, and this is what happened. Maybe their parents left or whatever, because I loved the exploration of their independent experiences in life. I don't particularly know whether those experiences came about as a result of them not having their parents around them. I don't particularly know, and I didn't really feel the interconnection of the parents living and why certain things were done. I feel like they could have still been who they were if the parents were around. I didn't see what effect them living with the grandmother had on their life choices. I didn't really see what impact the grandmother as a person, her character was not even developed, so I didn't understand whether, oh, she was lackluster with them or she didn't really care, and then they just went and they were exploring life on their own terms. I enjoyed their experiences and their stories. So like I said, the book was set in Lagos in 1996 to 2015. I didn't really feel the fact that it was set, anyway, that wasn't really what I was looking for. I was going to say I didn't really feel the fact that it was set in Lagos, but I really wasn't looking out for that, because it's not every book that sort of gives a whole lot of imagery or apt descriptions of Lagos just because a book is set in Lagos, Nigeria. But I think that it was okay. I think that it was a commendable effort that the author did, you know, just exploring the 4 lives. Honestly, I almost did not finish reading this book, and I was waiting for some sort of climax, some sort of plot twist, some sort of thing, and the last few pages, honestly, I just skimmed through. So maybe it's at the end that you would know why the title of the book is called this, but till tomorrow I really don't know why. I just because I can sit down and picture things in my head, I can think of a reason why it may have been called that. But to be honest, this was not something that I really totally enjoyed. The themes of the book, however, I must really commend. I loved the theme of family. I love the theme of siblinghood. I love the fact that each person, fate, destiny, all these things. Like, I love the fact that each person chose their own path, and there were consequences from the paths that you chose. I just felt like a lot more could have been done with this book, and I did not feel the satisfaction from it. I understand what she was trying to do, and I get the undertone of where the book could have gone, but I just wasn't really satisfied. Anyway, that's my opinion. I would definitely commend it because it's her debut novel. I would commend it. I would say, okay, yes, it's a nice effort, but I guess I expected more. I don't know why, because it was like really hyped in other parts of the world. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, so yeah, I would probably rate it 6.5 over 10. I would give it credit for the fact that it's even a work of art that is out there, and she put it out there, and she put, you know, what she wanted to do. Honestly, like, there's no other way to put it. You know, I try so hard to like understand that somebody has put something out there. I try so hard not to be too critical of books, but if I didn't like something, I didn't like something, and honestly, I didn't like this one. Yet, like, I left the book feeling like, okay, what did I just read? That's the truth. And yeah, please let me know if you've read this book. Maybe you read it cover to cover. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if it's something that you would like to read for yourself. I know that I've spoken to quite a number of people who are like, it's on their to be reads, and I want to know what your own reading experience is like reading this book, because I know one thing about books is that one person's cup of tea is not another person's cup of tea. I can hype a book and say it's one of the best books I've read, and you guys will read it and be like, no, I didn't really like it. So maybe there's somebody who likes it, and if it's something that I may revisit, but I don't think that it's something that I'm going to come back to anytime soon. So those are my thoughts on this particular book. I commend her efforts. I know it's a debut novel. Let me know in the comments. Anyways, let me just know what you guys think about this book. Thank you so much for watching this book review. I will see you in my next video. Bye.